Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Colonel's Corner. Joining us today is Wilkes University football head coach Jon Drach to discuss their Week 5 victory against Juniata and to preview their Week 6 matchup at Lycoming College. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, a huge 63-14 victory last week over Juniata, the first in landmark play. How does a win like that set the tone for conference play going forward?
I think it gives us some real positive momentum. I think we played a much better football game, a much more complete football game across the board. We had a lot of guys contributing, and that's when we're at our best, when we have everybody contributing.
And let's talk about the performances a little bit more in depth here. Let's start with the offense. A record-setting day. They set the program record for single-game total offense with 725 yards of total offense. What impressed you most from that display?
I think the balance, you know what I mean, being able to run the ball for 300 yards and throw the ball for just over 400 yards. There's a lot of balance in the game plan, and like I said, there's a lot of people contributing. I think we had 5 or 6 different people score touchdowns. 3 of those kids were freshmen, you know what I mean? So much of that is just the balance between the run and the pass, and then being able to put ourselves in situations to make positive plays and win on first down. I think we did a really good job of that throughout the course of the game.
And on defense, a great performance by them as well. Talon Murray won the program's first Landmark Athlete of the Week award. Talk about his performance as well as what you saw from the entire defense.
I mean, he was really just flying around out there. He's so fast at the football. Did not hesitate once. You know what I mean? When he saw the ball, he was driving for it right away. He's been playing so aggressively over the course of the last 4 or 5 weeks. And again, he's a young football player. He's only a sophomore. He's really getting his first opportunity to start this year. Has continually improved on a week-to-week basis. You know, you play those first 4 opponents that we played, really, really good competition. You get used to playing against that speed, and that's where the dividends are starting to pay off. We just see ourselves playing much faster, and we see those guys making plays in open space. One
last note on Murray. He leads the conference in tackles with 51 through 5 games. Now, let's look to this week's matchup, road trip down to Williamsport, not for the Little League World Series, but to take on Lycoming College. What have you seen from them on film this week?
They're a good football team. They played a very similar schedule to what we did at the beginning of the year. All fantastic football teams rated in the top 25 nationally. Very, very organized group of disciplined players that are young players and older players. You know what I mean? I think they have a really good balance between their youth and their experience as well. I think on the defensive side of the ball, they're very solid and sound. They're very strong with their front 4. Their linebackers run extremely well, and they have a couple of real veteran safeties that can put them in good positions in the back end. On the offensive side of the ball, 2 young, dynamic tailbacks that do a really good job of making explosive plays, and a couple guys on the edge that can really push your defense vertically. So a lot of things to be able to guard against. I know we'll be hard at work at all week.
And speaking of, how have practices gone so far?
Practices have gone great. You know what I mean? I think our kids are pretty much dialed in. I think that for us, it's just on to the next one every day. We're trying to PR every day. We're trying to get our personal best ever as much as we possibly can. If we can do that, that's going to show dividends for us on Saturdays.
The Colonels take on Lycoming this Saturday with kickoff set for 12 p.m. Coach, thank you so much for the time and best of luck.
No problem.